From this point forward, the word cheese will be bleeped because Michael finds it offensive.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Fine Dining Podcast, the search for the most mediocre restaurant in America. I am here with actress, writer, comedian, Jasper Lewis.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm full of... Honestly, I'm not that full. I was going to say I'm full of pancakes.
Yeah, we didn't finish it.
We ate like birds.
Yeah, I did. And well, I don't know. Also, the portions were good, but definitely not
filling. Yeah. For those of you watching for the first time, this show is the search for the most mediocre restaurant in America, the perfect 5.00 dining experience. And we're doing this because, look, people say things are good or bad, but you need to know where that switchover point right in the middle is. It needs to be defined to know what's good and bad.
Exactly.
And so I'm here to find it. And I'm looking to where my intuition tells me it's going to be chain restaurants.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not shitting on these places. Like, I genuinely would not be going to all these places if I didn't have a love for them.
Of course.
But let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
They're not amazing restaurants.
I mean, you're like me. Like, I grew up in the South. You'd said that you were born in the Midwest, but you grew up in Texas.
Yeah.
I feel like growing up, these middle of the road sort of restaurants, chain restaurants, were our fancy restaurants.
They were the occasions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you're having a birthday.
You're not going to a Chili's on a Tuesday night. You're going on a Friday night. The work week's done, and you need to take in, the family time or the friends or whatever. You need an occasion.
Oh, it's date night. We're going to Outback.
They've got I've got a coupon. Yeah. So we're on YouTube now. You can watch this show. You can see us in all of our glory. Wait, does that mean nude in all of our glory? Does that express?
Maybe in some communities it does, but I don't. I don't think they would
infer
that. I definitely did not infer that.
Okay.
I'm a woman of God, so when I hear in all of our glory, I think of golden lights. I think of praise him.
Is this a bit? Are you a very religious person?
No.
Oh, great.
I was raised Episcopalian, and we stopped going shortly after my confirmation. So
Great.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, we're going to jump into the episode. Our table isn't ready yet, but we're going to play a song that implies it is.
Hey.
Your table is ready. Follow me. Have you tried our chicken breast? Serving pancakes and ribs, I recommend the spaghetti. We're here to satisfy, not to impress. Your table is ready. Complimentary butter and bread. These walls have road signs. Knick-knack, cowboy hat, good luck cat, autograph guitar, some crap from your city. Behold the tchotchke of mediocrity. Fine dining. Yes, fine dining. Fine dining. Two letters on the sign are shining. Neon flickering, irregular timing. Identify the perfect 5 out of 10. Fine dining. Fine dining.
First impressions.
We can all recognize an International House of Pancakes by the shape of the building.
A mile away.
It's like a triangular thing.
This was a triangular building.
This was a triangular building, and that is typical of not every location, but a vast number of them.
Most of them will have that like ye old kind of cottagey look to them. You could also spot the color scheme a mile away, a very patriotic color scheme. Listen, we love a theme. In the house of the Lord.
This was not really digging your heels in on this. This was not a coincidence. You let me know in advance via text, I'm wearing the IHOP colors.
I said I will be wearing my patriotic best, and we'll be eating some good old American pancakes.
Okay, that eagle costs money, okay? All right. Well, I was here a little bit before you. I went in. They said there's no wait, which I always get a panic when I'm there before the other person and they say there's no wait because I'm like, do I grab the table while there's no wait?
Right.
Or do I risk? I mean, you said you were like 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't that far away.
But I'm always like, is a a line of people out the door gonna just arrive in 4 minutes.
Is a line of people going to arrive at the Glendale IHOP at 10:30 on a Saturday?
I will say, I expected a wait.
Here's the thing. If we were like in West Covina, maybe I would expect a wait. But I feel like in Los Angeles,
There's
where
better
you have
breakfast
all
spots.
of it's like brunch city.
Yeah.
I feel like there are other places you could go to, and
Sure.
IHOP is where you would go.
On a dare?
On a dare. Or if you were just a very hungover college student and
Yeah.
it was right by your dorm.
What are you, at Glendale Community College? I think that's the only thing close to there.
Glendale has a community college?
I think so.
Well, good for Glendale.
I see signs around there. There was aggressive, like, early Thornton, a name I'd never heard, but it sounded like Kenny G on Uppers.
Yeah.
It, like, just really hitting that
I missed
soprano
I
sax.
missed the show. That stupid me for being 6 minutes late.
I Shazammed it. I was so into the music
Okay.
that I was just like, am I close enough to the speaker? And I'm
You're
like
gonna have the
inching
whole
closer and
discography
closer.
soon.
Oh, yeah. But none of this, the physical appearance of the building,
Mm-hmm.
is the first impression that I'm intrigued by.
Okay.
The first impression that I want to make note of is your true first impression. Before you even got here, you looked up the Wikipedia page.
Okay, so I'm a Wikipedia nerd. I'm actually part of a Facebook group for weird Wikipedia articles. I love Wikipedia. I think it's a great website.
Wait, what's that? Is that group like
The Cool Freaks
tracking down?
It's like the Cool Freaks Wikipedia Club. So I'm not so active on Facebook anymore, but when I would check this thing every day, and people would post the weirdest Wikipedia articles they found, and they would be like, look at all these weird facts I learned today about
all the rabbit holes they've
about this like
followed.
Troop of dancing children from the 60s, and like just very bizarre, very random stuff.
Yeah,
So I always Wikipedia something before I have to talk about it.
right.
I like to be well researched, and Wikipedia is the place to do that. So I Wikipedia IHOP, and there's only 2 sections, and only one of them has anything in it. And
Well,
it's like
the second section is like see also or something like that.
It's like the bibliography.
Yeah.
And the first one is literally just 3 sentences, and I was like, what the fuck is? Can I say fuck on here? Like,
No, you can't.
I was like, what the fuck is up with this iPod?
You did it anyway.
Like, what? Oh, I know I can't.
You can.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to pray about that later. Sorry, God. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, there was so little on this Wikipedia. And it makes me wonder a question, Jasper. It makes me ask, what's going on over there?
What's going on over there? What's going on over there? Should I worry? Should I care? What is going on over there?
Hey, Jasper, what's going on over there?
So here's what I think is going on over there. I think that somewhere in the world, there's a kid and they have access to the internet and they know how to log on to Wikipedia. And they're going onto Wikipedia and they're constantly at odds with the IHOP social media team. And they're constantly writing
They've got like
bizarre
a Twitter
facts.
beef.
Yeah, they've got a wiki beef. They're writing bizarre facts on the IHOP Wikipedia. They're saying that scandals are happening. They're saying that people are expiring, some forcibly, some by accident. They're saying that they're...
Wait, is that how you say die?
Yeah,
is that,
you can't say die on platforms anymore.
What?
Yeah, if you want to put this on TikTok, you cannot say the word death. You can't say death. You can't say die. There's like all kinds of words you can't say.
So you said expired?
Expire. Yep. You can say expire. You can say unalive. You can post this on like, you can also just bleep it out if you want to, but it's like people like to get creative.
There's
because-
only one thing that I bleep on this show.
It's the word.
It's the word the grossest topping. We're not going to get into
Are you
it.
lactose intolerant?
I am intolerant of but
You
no,
just-
I love ice
You
cream.
like dare.
I'm fine with butter. I eat
You
milk and cereal.
love butter. Okay, but you
I don't
hate.
love butter. I like
All right. Okay.
I'm not like a butter
But
queen
you're just
or
like,
anything.
I can't do.
I've
No.
covered it a couple times on the show, but basically there were like some traumatic food incidents as a kid where just
Okay.
things nothing extreme.
Okay.
Nothing that I like cry about in the shower
All right.
later.
Cool.
Mm. Sorry, go on with your theory about this Wikipedia page.
Oh, about the covert Wikipedia editor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just somebody, they like to troll the Wikipedia page and they like to write nefarious factoids in quotes because they're not facts. If it's fiction, facts matter. And then IHOP has to go in and they're just like, you know what? We're just going to erase all of it.
We're just going to burn it all down.
We're going to burn it all down.
If we can't have the truth, according to us, out there, we're gonna burn it all down.
IHOP's going to find this kid, and then soon there won't be any edits on the Wikipedia at all because
he will be unalived.
He will be with the Lord. So he'll be with my friend, the Lord.
You're strapped in on this one. All right. Well, I think we figured it out. That is, in fact,
yay!
What's going on over there?
What is going on over there?
I mean, that's all there is to what we saw at first, the first impressions of the International House of Pancakes. Before we can go any further, I don't want to say a word more about our experience.
Okay.
Before we get caught up to date on all those things that were deleted from the Wikipedia page.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to learn about the history of IHOP. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to go into this week's Eat Deets.
Yeah.
Eatery details.
The International House of Pancakes was founded by Al and Jerry Lepin in Toluca Lake, a Los Angeles suburb, in 1958.
Oh, fun.
The original one's no longer there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have gone there. But we were at like the second closest one currently to the original location.
Of course, IHOP was started by a man named Al.
Let's be real. Yeah. And before that, Al had served in the Army and tried to start a coffee delivery service in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Didn't pan out, but led to his policy of keeping a full pot of coffee on every table in his restaurant.
Which is probably why they give you a whole thermal jug of coffee.
Yeah.
And they leave it at the table.
You had, 3 cups?
I had 3 cups. It still wasn't. It was maybe
Do you feel closer to God now?
Godly. Heaven, wings I have from this coffee.
I don't have the budget to edit that. Maybe I could put the eagle behind you.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. They only sold breakfast at first. The original location was intentionally founded next to the famous diner Bob's Big Boy. The Lepins hoped to catch customer overflow from the other restaurant.
That's so smart. A guy named Al would open up a chain restaurant named IHOP and put it next to an already successful diner.
Just to try and catch the drippings from from BBB.
Because I imagine Bob's was super popular.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah.
What with that fun Astro Boy looking statue. There you go.
My horrible painting rendition of it.
You painted that?
Yeah. So back in season 1 of the show, there were punishments enacted where you had to do different things going to each restaurant. And I had to paint a portrait of Bob's Big Boy before I was allowed to go in. And I did the left half. My mom did the right half.
Oh.
My Bob's Big Boy looks murder happy.
Yeah.
But the plan to catch customer overflow from Bob's Big Boy worked really quickly. Just 2 years later, in 1960, IHOP had already started franchising.
Nice.
And in 1961, the company went public on the stock market.
Oh, good for Al.
Good for Al.
Yeah.
Okay. The acronym IHOP didn't emerge until 1973 as part of a marketing campaign, which is, it's good the nickname stuck because imagine having to say,
International House of Pancakes.
hey, do you want to go to the International House of Pancakes?
When you're hungover, do you want to go to the International?
I don't drink, so my approximation was honestly probably as close as yours.
I'm a glass of champagne at special occasions, only kind of girly.
Yeah, yeah. And wine on Sundays.
The blood of Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's really low. This is dumb.
What's the IHOP secret to perfect pancakes, you ask?
What is it?
Thank you. According to IHOP's VP of Culinary Innovation, Marie Grimm, they don't use any fat on their griddles, meaning no butter or oil. Typically, that would mean the pancakes would stick, but IHOP's griddles must be seasoned from years and years of hard use so they stay slick.
Those pancakes are fluffery.
I'm not editing that out.
Please don't.
You get so many
That was
mulligans.
art. That was art.
They're very fluffery.
Oh my God. I should win an award. They're very fluffy and they aren't greasy or oily at all.
Yeah.
So that checks out.
They also have a special batter dispenser to keep this pancake size uniform.
Okay.
As for getting the color even on both sides, that comes from practice.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they have a little IHOP school.
Olive Garden.
IHOP college.
Olive Garden has like a actual Tuscan kitchen in Tuscany that they send chefs to.
No, they don't.
But
do they really?
But it's like, it's basically an embassy. It's like you say when you go in the American embassy and it's in Italy.
Yeah.
You're not actually in Italy. That's like going to the Olive Garden kitchen in Italy.
Okay.
Sure, you're in the borders of Italy, but it does not count.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I know people that have worked as chefs at Olive Gardens and they were like,
I don't think every chef gets to go.
yeah, because the one I knew like definitely was, he wouldn't have gotten to go to Italy.
Yeah. IHOP uses a dash of pancake batter in its omelets, which makes them fluffier.
Okay. They put bread in their eggs. So
I feel like that reaction is enough.
that okay. All right.
Moving on.
Whatever, IHOP.
After perfecting the pancakes based on a recipe from the Lepin's mother,
Okay.
IHOP wanted to expand its menu options to offer lunch and dinner dishes. So, in 1983, they renovated their original restaurants. One big design change was to divide the kitchen into two identical mini kitchens. When business was slow, one of the mini kitchens would shut down to save operating costs.
Okay.
And it wasn't the only cost-cutting measure they took. Even though IHOP wanted to grow its menu, it refused to spring for new equipment of any kind.
Oh.
Not even an oven. All new menu items had to be cookable without one, which is just a really weird hill to die
But
on.
they had the money to get another little kitchen in each IHOP?
Yeah. It was like on principle, we're not getting different equipment than what we have.
So they just duplicated the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
The equipment is new anyway. Just get things that you can use to make burgers.
Well, I mean, if they have pans, I mean, you could make a burger in a...
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I didn't try the burgers. Maybe there's something to this.
Yeah. Which burgers, you don't think of IHOP because breakfast food today makes up 65 to 70% of their business.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Pancakes is in the name of the restaurant.
Yeah. As part of its menu expansion, IHOP created the Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity in 1980.
Which, like, what is this?
What is it?
Wait, we need to explain to them why we don't know what this is.
It's back.
Great.
There's signs. There's nothing on the menu that defines what it is. There's no signage that defines what it is.
The commercials.
I still don't know what it is other than commercials. Yeah.
The commercials don't tell you what it is.
They just say Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity is back.
It's here.
What's here?
What's here?
What has arrived?
And they show you pictures that are on basically every other IHOP advertisement. It's
pancakes and fruit.
It's pancakes and fruit. And I'm like,
and whipped cream.
What is Tutti Frutti extra booty about? Like
extra booty.
Is it different fruit? What is it?
Yeah, I'm not.
Is there a show? This is IHOP. Like, we should tag IHOP and make them
so amateur, not know. Like, but here's the thing. They need to make it apparent.
They do. There's a poster in the IHOP,
and it says Rooty Tooty Fresh and
Fruity is here.
And pictures of pancakes.
And it's in the restaurant.
There's no corresponding spot on the menu for it.
Which is probably why they put it in the corner, because they were like, we don't want people asking.
We don't want to deal with this.
Like,
yeah.
We don't know what it is either. Like, corporate just sends us this stuff and tells us to put it up.
When our server came by, she, what do you want? And she's just like avoiding eye contact.
She's like, please don't mention Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity. Please don't mention Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity. Oh my gosh.
You nailed that.
I did.
You nailed that.
Oh my God.
You got the part.
Oh my God.
It's still one of their most iconic dishes.
Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity?
It's literally the next line here. 2 eggs, bacon or sausage, and 2 fruit top
That's Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity?
I got a Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity. News to me.
This is
news to me. 2 eggs, bacon or sausage, and 2 fruit-topped pancakes.
This is their breakfast special. It's not back. It's always here.
It didn't go anywhere.
It never went anywhere. You just gave it a different name for a month.
And by the way, in the menu, it didn't say Rooty, Tooty, Fresh and Fruity for literally the thing I ordered that apparently was.
You know what it said?
That.
It said 2 pancakes and some eggs and a breakfast sandwich.
And hash
browns, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The bigger menu and other efforts to expand worked. By 1992, there were 500 IHOPs. They hit 1,000 locations in 2001.
World domination is good.
When you're an International House of Pancakes, you gotta,
Yeah.
you can't be local and claim to be international.
You have to put your foot down wherever you can put it down in every country, every territory.
I want IHOP imperialism.
Yeah.
I want them ruthlessly taking over other economies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colonialism.
The American way.
The American way. And they didn't stop there. In 2007, IHOP bought Applebee's.
Wait, what?
For $2.1 billion in all cash. I like to think that they got it in like little suitcases.
Who carried the cash? Who got to be big pimp? Pimping with that suitcase full of money.
This is why their Wikipedia has been scrubbed.
That is...
When you're making all cash deals to buy Applebee's...
That's really sketchy. That is actually a very good thing to point out.
You scrub your history from the internet.
The International Organized Crime House of Pancakes.
The International Crime Syndicate of Pancakes.
Yes.
The ICSOP. The ICSOP.
They're going to make a sequel to like the 888 and it's going to be the big bad is going to be IHOP. I would love that.
In 2018, the world's first hybrid IHOP Applebee's opened in Detroit for the indecisive family who wants dollar margaritas and pancakes.
Like the Pizza Hut Taco Bell, but the IHOP Applebee's.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that, but why? Because IHOP already has lunch, dinner, and breakfast and dessert.
It's kind of a just because we can kind of thing.
Just because we can. I like that Detroit got that.
They need a win.
Yeah. I love that for them.
Yeah. In 2009, Vermont became the final U.S. state to get its own IHOP with a special concession. For an upcharge of 99 cents, Vermont's IHOP is the only one in the country where you can get real maple syrup.
Okay, I like that for them.
Yeah.
Vermont's thing is maple syrup.
And for them to be a holdout and be like, no. You're putting disrespect on the name of pancakes. And
exactly.
They're like, all right, we'll cave. 99 cents more. We'll do it your way.
They're like, listen, this is our state.
Do you think they paid that 99 cents all cash?
All cash?
In a briefcase?
Yeah.
One briefcase with
here's
3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies.
It's like a jug of pennies that they carry around with them. Quarters and pennies, however you would have to do that.
Like an emptied out Arrowhead bottle.
And it has to be like lower end enforcers on the mafia have to do it because nobody wants to cart around the coins. So it has to be people that are just getting inducted into the International Organized Crime Syndicate of Pancakes. Because you have to be like really high end to carry the dollar bills. And this is why the Wikipedia only has 3 sentences. No, they want you to know this stuff. Okay.
In 2011, an IHOP opened in New York's East Village. Okay. Restaurants of nearby apartments immediately started complaining about air being filled with the nauseating smell of bacon 24 hours a day.
Oh.
Which isn't a nauseating smell. I love the smell of bacon.
Also, that bacon isn't very...
Their bacon is, yeah.
Yeah, I like, what smell? From what bacon? It's like a piece of paper. It's very thin. You can see through it.
You actually, you literally can.
So I don't know where that bacon smell's coming from.
One guy literally moved out because of it and tried to sublet his apartment, but couldn't find anyone else who would rent it.
I would literally never give up a New York City apartment because of the smell of bacon.
Yeah.
Why would you, assuming that this man found the perfect apartment, he doesn't deserve it.
He eventually found a tenant who didn't spend much time at home. I love that piece of information is known. And I hope that
this guy is living in the suburbs.
where he belongs.
How dare you give up perfect city real estate?
Yeah.
Because of bacon.
8 months after opening, IHOP responded by installing a $42,000 smog hog machine to kill the awful odor.
Okay. Smog hog is a very kind of like big bossy name.
It was my nickname in high school.
Smog hog?
Yeah.
Wait, are you?
Of course I'm kidding.
Okay, all right. Because high schoolers are mean. So
Whoa, I didn't realize it was an unflattering thing to be the smog hog.
Smog hog?
You don't interpret that as a compliment?
Listen. I'm trying to think of
I'm listening.
I'm trying to think if I knew any smog hogs growing up. I did. I never
Name
I wouldn't
them.
Huh?
Name them. First and last name.
No, I can't do that. One of them is dead. One of them has expired. Wear your helmets when you drive your motorcycle.
That feels relevant. That feels like it didn't come out of nowhere. In 2013, IHOP gave its menu a makeover, cutting down on the words, adding more photos, and turning the pizzazz dial as far as it could go.
Okay.
And it really worked. Sales went up an average of 3.5% the following month. Wait.
So they just had more enthusiasm and it worked.
But it already got you in, like, you're already in the restaurant.
Yeah.
How do sales go up if you're already in the I guess pictures were like impulse buys, maybe?
Yeah.
IHOP customers hate reading. Shock.
Ugh.
Since 2014, IHOP has gone with cool brand that uses slang strategy on X, formerly Twitter,
Okay.
producing gems like pancakes on fleek,
All right.
which I hate. Anyway, their edgy humor went too far, and they posted a picture of a stack of pancakes with a big knob of butter in the middle.
Okay.
The caption, "Flat but has great personality."
That's not a very Gen Z joke to make. That's like a 50, 65-year-old dad joke to make.
Yeah.
That joke was made by a man named Hank, and Airplane is his favorite film.
It actually says that here. Yeah. Why do companies think that hiring like a recent college grad is?
I mean, for social media, that makes sense. But like, if you're going to hire a young person that knows social media, then you need to hire a young person who's enthusiastic about your voice of your brand. Because if they're
not trying to do their tight five on your social media.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to appeal to the young people, hire a young person, but make sure that they love pancakes.
The company did delete the tweet and apologize.
Of course they did.
Yeah. In 2018, they hit on a stunt that actually worked. IHOP sparked controversy by temporarily renaming themselves IHOB to promote their new burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Most people hated the idea, but it got them talking.
Of course it did.
That is literally how I felt about it. I was like,
remember.
I hate this.
I remember when that happened, and I remember thinking, why is this news? Like,
yeah,
they must have hired a PR team to really just push that out and make sure people published these controversial articles about IHOP's new burgers. Like,
yeah. I picture a bunch of actual monkeys in a boardroom being observed by like the IHOP team on clipboards, and they're just like, what ideas do they have? Because we're all out. And they just have the IHOP logo, and the monkey goes over and pushes the P upside down, and they're like, what could the B be?
Burgers!
Because they learned from their previous tweet, boob wasn't going to cut it.
Oh my God. I mean,
they're not a restaurant.
The International House of Boobs, like that would have generated organic news, because you cannot convince me that the IHOB, the burgers, like they must have had a deal with some kind of news outlet to make sure that actually got traction. Who's International House of Boobs immediately. I'm there. I'm like, what? It's got style.
I would go. Look, if the IHOP just did a hard right turn and was
red,
just
white,
like
and blue, like booby pancake outfit where they're like, no, they have like the little cute tops that accentuate their curves or whatever, but it's like two pancakes with the little knobs of butter right there. Like, of course it's not real, but it will get people talking about your restaurant
and just
for a while.
Just a billboard, IHOP stacked.
Exactly.
Boom. It's
there you go.
And like, God, that would be if I could invent a hard pivot for IHOP to take, it would be like, fuck it, we're a restaurant now.
Yeah. Even as a joke, because the IHOP was a joke. They were never going to rename their restaurant.
Yeah.
But if they joked about making it like a restaurant.
And my knee-jerk reaction to hearing IHOB, that change, was, oh, the pancakes must have gotten bad. Like it didn't make me want burgers.
IHOB, it makes me think of like somebody that's like hobbling along. They're so exhausted and they're just like.
I mean, that is kind of their clientele.
Yeah.
So
they had a pretty diverse clientele today.
they did.
Yeah.
According to Brand Index data, IHOP's word-of-mouth score skyrocketed following the name change. Prior to the IHOB campaign, 19% of U.S. adults said they'd talked about the chain in the past 2 weeks. 20% of Americans, before they were even newsworthy, were like, yeah, I've talked about IHOP
I've
recently.
discussed IHOP.
Within the last fortnight, IHOP has come out of my mouth.
It's their Roman Empire.
And after IHOB, that figure had increased to 30%, their highest score since late 2012. I'm not bragging that hard on a 10%
Who's
increase.
also tracking their subject matter of conversation?
Yeah, it's probably trending.
Down
like
to a
hashtags,
percentage, yeah.
But
no, I'm just thinking of somebody going out and doing a survey. Excuse me, ma'am, for $1, like how many times have you...
is that the price
have
to
you
talk to a
mentioned-
stranger?
like, yeah, it is.
Take it with a grain of salt, but according to an IHOP employee on Reddit, always ask for to-go syrups at IHOP. That stuff on the table has probably been there for years with just a bit added to fill it up.
Oh.
The warm stuff they bring you goes back, gets dumped back in the pot, then reserved.
No.
Yeah. Little kids stuck on it and God knows what else.
Nope.
Yucky.
No.
Yucky.
But I believe it because kids are lawless creatures.
We'll get into that.
Oh my gosh.
In 2022, IHOP dropped a blueberry syrup flavored mini pancake cereal with General Mills. That was such a hybrid. I didn't know when that phrase was going to end.
Yeah.
Blueberry syrup flavored mini pancake cereal with General Mills.
That's too many words in a cereal for children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked bad. One reviewer described it as Crunchberry light.
Okay. I mean, I like crunch berries.
Yeah.
I don't really eat cereal anymore, but I remember. Yeah.
There are currently 1,790 IHOP restaurants, including locations in 13 other countries. They are officially international.
The International Crime Syndicate House of Pancakes.
There are also
strongholds the world over.
Speaking of them, there are also 1,540 Applebees, all paid in cash, bringing the combined total to 3,430 restaurants between the two.
Nice.
The company is called Dine Brands, and it includes Fuzzy's Tacos as well.
Fuzzy's Tacos.
I've never heard of Fuzzy's Tacos.
There was one in Athens before. Shortly after I moved, they made a Fuzzy's Taco in Athens because it was UGA.
Are we talking about Hercules again? Athens?
No, I lived in Athens, Georgia. REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. Not like Greek gods or anything. Music gods. Athens, Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah. Music town. But also a Fuzzy's Taco town.
Those are the two things on the billboard when you drive in. REM, Fuzzy's Taco is
those
here.
Those are the two things the city's known for.
And lastly, each year, IHOP sells 700 million pancakes per year, along with 1.5 million gallons of syrup, 100 million cups of coffee, and 14 million gallons of orange juice.
They really pushed the orange juice when we first got there, so I believe that.
Yeah.
They asked us if we wanted orange juice before they asked us if we wanted coffee.
Yeah.
And I had to say, could I have coffee? She really wanted me to have orange juice.
Al would be ashamed.
Al was like, listen, oranges are what the people need. That's their Al's Mafia. Al's Mafia was like, we don't do drugs. We don't do sex workers. We just do oranges.
We do oranges. We do coffee.
Get these people on that juice. Yeah.
And that'll do it for this week's Eat Deets. Okay, so we've heard about the history of IHOP.
Mm-hmm.
And, we have thoughts. We have a review. We went.
Yes.
But people got to wait a week for that.
Okay.
This week, you get to hear what other people thought about it. We're going to turn to Yelp. We're going to go to this week's Yelp from Strangers.
We need a little Yelp, a little Yelp from strangers. A 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4 or 5. So get a little Yelp, a little Yelp from strangers. A little Yelp. Give us those complaints while you literally whine and die. Yelp!
All right, this is Yelp from Strangers, our segment where we turn to Yelp and read out our favorite 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-star Yelp reviews of the restaurant that we went to. This week, International House of Pancakes.
1-star review.
I'm going to start us off with a 1-star review.
Okay.
We're coming out the gates negative.
I like going in ascending order.
It's
so
it's all uphill from here.
It's the correct way to go.
Yeah. This is from Harry S. Updated 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was updated.
But the original review was over 5 years ago. So I'm going to read the original review from 5 years ago.
Okay, from 5 years ago.
By the way, the update was also 1 star. I went to this IHOP location for breakfast. Food was okay, but I found hair on my food.
Okay.
Common thing. Yeah,
right off the bat.
It happens.
Okay.
I told the server, and she changed my food. She was nice person, of course. It's not her fault. But when I went to register to pay, I don't know who was she lady next to the register. I think she was manager. She asked me everything was okay.
Okay.
I told her I found her in my food. And she told me, we don't have hairy person in kitchen. I don't know what she was trying to say. That's not right way to talk to the customer. 1 star.
The thing that sticks out to me about this immediately is that the manager tells you that they do not
have a hairy person.
They do not have hairy people working in their kitchen. They're not in the building. They're not in the premises, honey. So I don't know where this hair came from.
We are a smooth organization.
We employ dolphins at this establishment. It's literally impossible for you to have hair in your food.
IHOP, we wax.
We wax.
That's for their restaurant.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But like that denial is just like,
what a weird comeback. I'm sorry. I'm really having trouble moving on from this.
Is everyone bald?
Is everybody bald? What? Do they moonlight as competitive swimmers and they have to shave? Like, what is happening here, lady?
Gotta shave seconds off my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So hair on your food. That sucks. Sorry about that. Here's the thing. I could forgive hair on my food, but like if somebody got in my face and was like, I don't employ hairy people, then I completely understand that 1 star review.
Look, I'm on his side. I'm on his side.
Yeah. Not only does your food have hair on it, but like they're discriminating against hairy people in the kitchen.
They're gaslighting you.
They're lying, and it's just
a weak defense.
It's not good either way.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
2-star review.
All right, we're going to keep going in ascending order. This review is from Richard. Richard has given IHOP a 2-star review. The review says, damn, from the moment you touch the broken, janky door to the overcrowded worker area at the front door, one gets an uneasy feeling. Country fried steak was soggy from sitting in grease too long. Okay. Hash browns should be golden, not white and specks of dark brown to black. Yeah, flipping the burnt side down is a weak practice of a subpar business. End of sentence. Only highlight was good service from 2 good hard workers that check on us repeatedly. Where has good breakfast food establishments gone?
I think they meant where and trying to be dramatic, but I love where. People
that leave low reviews type furiously. And so grammar is not the first thing.
Out the window.
Out the window because
I have to get this out.
Rage is just taking up so much of
their mental
bandwidth.
Yeah.
Guess I just cook it myself at home. Also, please do not respond with a generic BS apology because it's too late. And I hope others think twice before dropping $55 on $20 flavor. Did you spend $55 on yourself? What did you order?
Yeah.
Was all of this for you?
Spending $55 at IHOP as an individual is difficult. That's challenge eating. That's like you're setting a world record for like most burritos consumed in 30 minutes or something.
This guy, he like really picks on their appearance.
He found... Yeah.
For the moment you touch the broken, janky door to the overcrowded worker area. Here's a consistent thing I'm seeing in a lot of the reviews is that while IHOP, the establishment, may be lacking in some areas, the service is always nice. So
I did find some reviews that that was not the
where
case.
that was not the case.
I
All
don't
right.
know if they're in this batch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I just cook it myself at home. Yeah. Go cook yourself at home. Why are you?
Yeah.
I do agree with him on the hash browns. So anyway, okay.
Yeah.
There are things I agree with in this review, but Richard, this is full of tood, which I appreciate, but also I don't know if I would like to know you in real life. That's just kidding. I would. Anyway.
You dropped that facade so fast. You can go download our full Yelp from Strangers segment at our Patreon. The link for that is in the description of this episode, or you can go to patreon.com/finediningpodcast. And we're now offering a 1-week free trial, so what do you have to lose? Go check it out. People have wild opinions, and we get to read oh so many of them. Thanks. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's Part 1 episode. Next week, we get to dive into our review of the International House of Pancakes, the International Organized Crime Syndicate of Pancakes, paid in cash. Y'all can follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Fine Dining Podcast. Please do so. We're on YouTube now, so you can watch these episodes. It's a fully produced show. Subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment below. Send me an email, finediningpodcast@gmail.com. Go to the website, finediningpodcast.com.
If you worked at an IHOP and you have weird stories,
tell me.
Send those in.
Send them in. Send them via email or comment them below.
This isn't my podcast, but I'm very interested. So
Yeah. No, I would like that. Great. Well, Jasper, thanks for joining me. Well, I mean, you're going to join me again.
Of course.
Very soon.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Literally in a week. Where do you want people to follow you? What do you?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so you can find me, Hey Jasper Lewis, across platforms. That's at Hey Jasper Lewis. I'm on TikTok, Instagram.
Great.
And look at my IMDb and make that number go up. Oh my gosh.
Wait, is that how it goes up? Just people looking at
people clicking on it.
Oh.
Yeah, make me look fancy. I want to be on Night Court.
Awesome. Well, we're just going to be sitting here waiting on our table. So see you in a week. Have a fine day.
Step is done and we had some fun. Now we're waiting on our table, waiting on our table. Join us next time, we're stuck in line. Waiting on our table, waiting on our table. We're so hungry, tummy's grumbling. Waiting on our table, waiting on our table. We gotta continue our search for mediocrity.
Have a fine day.